What's up, world?
What's up, world?
So we came to do a little video about, dependency on the system that most of our viewers currently reside in. We wanted to talk about true stability.
True stability is having the tools and skills to be self-sufficient. If you're
Yes, sir.
self-sufficient, you are stable. You will always have stability.
Okay, so what is true stability? Right now you feel like you have a job and you can pay your bills and you're stable, right? But what happens if you lose your job? Could you pay your bills? No. Then what? You'll lose your house. You'll lose your cars. That's not true stability. You know what I'm
Or
saying?
what happens when, they poison your water, or I don't know, they say we ain't giving y'all electricity anymore. Then can you survive? Will you be okay? Do you have a body of clean water near you that you can go and get some fresh water? Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah, so let's just talk about them little things. Let's backtrack a little bit to vehicles. In the States, right?
Calm down, calm down. Makes them mad, makes them mad. Okay.
So in the States, you got your vehicle. Even if most of y'all got leases or you're paying a note every month, to drive that car, so it's like you renting it. But let's just say you did cash out and you bought your car flat out. Now you have to pay insurance every month to drive that car. If you drive that car on these streets without insurance, they can take your car. No matter if it's paid in full or not, they'll take your car. So every month you still have to make a payment in order to drive that vehicle. Is that really stable?
Is it really yours?
So let's hit on where we're at. We're in Costa Rica, right? And we got our van or whatever. And we don't have to pay insurance. We don't have to pay anybody anything per month or any reoccurring bills to have our vehicle. You know what I'm saying? It's ours.
Makes them mad.
These are little guard dogs, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, move on. Okay, so your house. You live in your house, right? Maybe somebody out there, you paid for your house, right? You paid for your house, but every year, what do you have to do every year?
Property taxes.
Gotcha. And if you don't pay those property taxes, what they gonna come do?
Evict your ass. They coming to kick you out of your own house. Even if you pay for your house flat out, cash, $300,000, boom, it's my crib. If you don't pay them property taxes every year, and they be expensive, thousands of dollars for property taxes. You know what I'm saying? It's like the land is never yours. Even if you buy a piece of land, you still have to pay taxes on that. Every year you're paying somebody for something that you claim is yours. It's not yours. That's not being stable. That's not being self-sufficient.
Here,
you know what I'm saying?
In Costa Rica, you do have property taxes, but you can buy your land and say you don't pay your taxes for 10 years, right? We know somebody who hasn't paid their taxes in 10 years. He literally only has to pay $50. And no one has come to him and said, we're taking your land, we're taking your property if you don't pay the taxes. So maybe $50 is a lot if you don't have anything, but not really. $50 and they're not coming to take your house. You're not gonna be out of your land. No. They'll get their money when they get their money, and they're okay with that. So that's nice.
Because what we have to realize is that Costa Rica or any country you live in within the tropics is still a corporation. It might be better than the States, but it's still a corporation. It's still a government, and it's still about business. It's still money-oriented. All these things that we're trying to get rid of. You can never own land. Even if you got the paperwork to say you own it, you could never own it. You know what I'm saying? So it just don't matter. You're going to have to pay property taxes even when you come here. But like she said, we know somebody that's paying $50 for 10 years worth of taxes. So what's that like?
That's winning to me.
That's like 50 cents a year. You know what I'm saying? Something crazy like that. $5 a year on property taxes. That's much better than your current situation. And then like she said, even if you don't pay that $50, they're never coming to evict you. You know what I'm saying? They're never kicking you out of your land. You could say it's yours, basically,
Yeah, so the choice is yours. Okay, so now let's get to a more serious level. So like your water or your electricity. So
do you know where it comes from?
You should start by finding that out, but maybe not. But yeah, if they cut off your water tomorrow or your electricity tomorrow, will you be okay? Like here, we do get water, but it's straight from the river, from our community. So literally, if anything ever happens where our water is turned off, we can literally go right to the river, which is a 1 minute walk, and get some water, or as we already do, bathe in the river. Like, it's really not a big deal to us. So if you're at home and your water gets cut off, like, what would you do? Like, what can you do? Like, do you know where there's fresh water around? Will you be able to survive? Like, water is one thing you do need. Like, will you be okay?
You can only go buy so much bottled water. And if everybody is in need of water, you think them stores gonna have stock of bottled water? Everybody gonna be trying to get it.
First of all, body water is bad too. So you should try to get away from that too, because it's a lot of pollution. The plastic bottle, the chemicals are getting in your water, so it's really not the best, but whatever. But even say the grocery stores shut down. Say they said we ain't got no more, we ain't got nothing, it's a natural disaster, all the stores don't have anything. Will you be able to, where can you get water? Where can you get fruit? Like, do you know of a place? Do you garden? Do you have a garden? Do you have, these things where you can survive? Like, like here we have fruit on all our trees. We have coconuts. Like, we'll be more than okay if anything happens. Like, we have water, we have fruit all on our trees. We'll be fine. Like, there's no need for a store. So will you be okay? I would hope so. I hope you would find somewhere to be okay.
Yeah, because we love y'all. Like, we became hip to what was going on. We realized that we can never truly be sovereign. We can never be, self-sufficient within that environment we were staying in. So now we just want to spread that knowledge. Like, we're not saying that something going to happen with the government, like everything going to martial law, or just anything like a hurricane or anything that knocks out of you that current system that you're currently in. Like, you need to make sure that you're in an environment where you will be okay, where you can survive. You know what I'm saying? We got family, a lot of people got kids. You need to make sure that they're going to be straight.
Yeah, like, do you have true stability? Are you able to be self-sufficient? Like, do you have nature, some type of nature around you that can provide you with stability, like real stability? Or electricity, like, do you have a solar panel? If all your electricity goes out, do you have a solar panel or some type of generator to generate some energy if you need that? Like,
Yeah, we gotta wise up. Like, we spend a lot of money on stuff that don't matter, and we need to be worrying about stuff that do matter. Like she said, solar panels, they not cheap, but we buy expensive things anyway, from jewelry to clothes to cars to shoes. So I mean, and one of them checks you get, whether it's a refund or whatever, you should be buying something that can truly help you and your family. Yeah, that's just real.
True stability is having the tools and the skills to be self-sufficient.
Yeah, like, especially with growing your own food. Like, in the tropics, it's fruit everywhere regardless. Like, you could plant more trees. Like, we got a big ass avocado tree, but yeah, we've planted like 5 more avocado trees since we've been here. You know what I'm saying? We got cashew trees we planted, a lot of stuff that we planted. And it's like we get this education within our schooling systems, and they're never teaching us what's real. They teaching you how to read and how to become a worker or how to become a slave within a system, and we need to learn what's real. Like she said, harnessing your own electricity. Do you know how to do that? And do you know how to grow? Agriculture, like, we need to know how to do these things because this is what it takes to survive.
Yeah, so just, get out of the system that wants you to be dependent on someone else. Let's just get out of that. Let's try to be more independent, because that's what we can be, And let's keep sharing this knowledge. Keep it going so more people can know, and more people can think about these things, because it's very important.
Or get to an environment where dependency is absolutely acceptable. I'm very dependent right now on this ecosystem called nature. Very dependent. And that's why I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I take care of it because it takes care of me. There's nothing wrong with being dependent on something that's stable. You can't be dependent on something that's not stable, because then your foundation is very weak, and everything that you build on top of that foundation will eventually crumble. This is a fact. You know what I'm saying? I say this out of love. We love y'all. We just want to share this knowledge. We hope that it brings awareness and consciousness to your life, and we hope that you apply this knowledge to your life. Anything else?
We love y'all.
We love y'all. Peace and love.